Okay, I think we're going live now. So fingers crossed, people can see us and can hear us, and we're live. So firstly, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who is tuning in, who has bought the festival boxes. If you're at home drinking along this weekend, that's absolutely amazing. Really appreciate you getting involved. And we've got such a great weekend coming up. So starting off this evening, we've got three breweries, starting with Maltgarden, who I'll introduce in a second, and then we've got Mikkeller at 8 o'clock, and then Tiny Rebel at 9 o'clock. So throughout the evening and throughout the rest of the weekend, if you want to just get onto the chat on the YouTube channel, just you can talk amongst yourselves. You can ask questions to me or to the brewers. And just make it kind of interactive and have fun with it. So to begin, I guess I'll just quickly introduce myself. I'm Robin. I run the AF Beer Club, which is a monthly subscription box, and also the social media to celebrate all things alcohol-free beer. So yeah, hopefully you've got your beer box, including this fantastic beer from Maltgarden, which I think only arrived last week and was put into the boxes and sent out to you this week. So yeah, a very special session all the way from Poland today. So hopefully you got your beers open. And so I'd like to introduce Lukas, who is the brewer at Maltgarden in Poland. So hi, Lukas, how's it going?
Hey guys, thank you very much for meeting you in this virtual festival in these difficult times. Hopefully everyone is safe right now, and one day we can meet live, not via the internet, but on the festival, on the location that maybe you will select one day.
No, 100%. I did this last year, and during the festival last year, we were talking about how this year was going to be the one where we all meet up and we do it in person. And as it happens, we can't, but I'm sure sooner or later we'll be able to do it. And it'd be great for you guys to get involved. I know you're really big into your beer festivals, and you like to get around the world visiting beer festivals. We'll hear a bit about that later on. Do you just want to tell us first off, where are you right now? Whereabouts are you based?
You know, Maltgarden is a contract brewery. So our base town is Kołobrzeg. It's a town near the Baltic seashore, and that's the main location. And as a contract brewers, we are brewing our beers at two facilities. The one is Bytów. This one, the Free Sunset, was brewed at the Bytów brewery, and the second one it's in Lemberg. In Lemberg, we are doing the IPAs, the sours, all the cans. And also in Bytów, we are making like lagers and imperial stouts. So that's the two facilities.
And so that's a conscious decision to be a sort of contract. Do you call it a gypsy brewery, where you can kind of go and, because in the UK we have quite a lot of that over here, especially with alcohol free. Is that what you always planned on doing?
Yeah, you know, it's a difficult thing to have your own brewery at the start in Poland, but we are thinking about it to open our own brewery like maybe in 2 years. So I think it was a good start to have like a contract brewer, like a gypsy brewer, and then make your step by step making the best beers and making like a bit more beers and going to the public in Europe, in Poland also.
Yeah.
So hopefully, as I said, maybe in 2 years we will open our own brewery. In May we will open in Kołobrzeg our you can say a bar, Maltgarden Beer and Food.
Amazing.
Yeah, it will be like 100 meters close to the beach. So I think it's going to be a very good location. We will pair a food with beer, our tap beers, and also lambics from Belgium, white ales from friendly brewers. So
Wow.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, the kind of the reputation that you're building, like you say, not just in Poland, but around Europe, like people are going to travel to just to come to you guys. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that is why we open this location, because Kołobrzeg is very nice town with a lot of hotels, a lot of spas, of course the beach, and you can you can travel to Kołobrzeg, to Poland. We have a very close airport, so I think it will be a good travel when everything goes back to quite normal.
Yeah. So how are things at the moment in Poland? How's it? How's the things going with the virus? And has there been any sort of vaccination rolled out yet?
Yeah, the vaccination is going like maybe not well, but day by day it's going up. But I think for the past 2 or 3 weeks we have a lot of people got sick. The hospitals are very busy at the time.
Okay.
But yeah, hopefully, as our government said, the bad is past, and now we can like make the vaccination and everything, and hopefully in May, in June, everything goes back to quite normal. And
yeah, hopefully, yeah. Best of luck. We're kind. I think we're a little bit ahead of you with that, but
yeah, you are.
It seems we seem to be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel now. So hopefully, but so you guys are relatively new, aren't you? You've only been brewing for a few years. When did you first set up Maltgarden? When did that start?
We started in March 2019, so like 2 years ago. We had our second birthday last month. And you know, it was quite a fun to start. In 2019 we started with imperial stouts, with imperial porters, and then we started to do IPA, sours, gose, lagers, and everything. And 1 year ago we did the first batch of the Free Sunset. And it was like quite a hit in our hometown, we can say, in Kołobrzeg, because sometimes when you are on the beach, you are like a driver, or you have children with you, and you want to like sip a beer, and the non-alcoholic beer is like a very good thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what we're seeing over here. Like the last sort of couple of years, more and more people are turning to it for exactly that. If you're driving, if you're with the children, whatever it is, then there might be a reason why you can't drink imperial stouts. So kind of so you started off with your kind of porters and your higher percentage stuff, and then have you kind of covered all of the different styles of beer now? Have you?
You know, we are making like regular lagers, wheat, IPAs, double IPAs, sours, gose, barrel-aged beers. So I think the range of the beers that we are making, I think it's like right now we did, I think 110 different beers. So
wow,
it's like
amazing.
Yeah, so like we are very like, I think we are proud to introduce the beers to the public, to the whole, not only in Poland but also in Europe. That is why we made so many different beers, so many different styles of beers. Right now we are like focused on the IPAs, sours, and also for the non-alcoholic beer and lagers, because you know, as we said, hopefully everything goes back to normal. And you know, when you are on the beach, the demand of the beer in Kołobrzeg is very high for us, because a lot of restaurants and bars in Kołobrzeg has our beer on tap. So we have to like stay focused. And right now we are brewing a lot of lager, Weizen, and everything. So we will be prepared for the grand opening.
Excellent. Oh yeah, can't wait. So what was the inspiration behind the Free Sunset? Was it something you could have on the beach, like a sipping kind of beer?
Yeah, you know, when we sat with my partner Andrzej, and our graphic designer Sebastian, we said, okay, we need a beer for the beach, for the people that are visiting Co-Object, and what will be the best thing for the drinkers, but not only for the beer geeks, but also for women, for maybe for the older people. And we said, yeah, we have to do something like a pina colada, because it's a very refreshing drink.
Yeah.
And it will be a good thing to sip a beer on the beach. And that is when then Sebastian said, okay, I've got the name, Free Sunset, and you can see the beach, you can see the colors, and
incredible.
that is, yeah, that's why we called it the Free Sunset, because
Nice.
it's the non-alcoholic beer and you are free with it. And that was the inspiration
Nice.
with it. And then we started to make the recipe and everything.
And what is the recipe then? What's in it?
You know, it's a basic recipe. We used barley malt, wheat flakes, wheat malt, and then after the fermentation, because we used the special yeast for the non-alcoholic beer, we added the mango, the passion fruit, the lime, and the coconut. So that is the combination of all the flavors in it.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, so and is there were there any other non-alcoholic beers that you'd had before that you liked, that you kind of got inspiration from? Is there quite a big
yeah, you know, many Polish brewers brew non-alcoholic beers. We had like a few inspiration from our friends from the Pinta brewery. And I can tell you right now that we are preparing also the non-alcoholic IPA. We didn't like brew it last year, because for us, making a beer, it's like we want to do it properly, because we want to do like, because IPA, you don't have the alcohol in it when you have the non-alcoholic IPA, and the hops in it, when it's like 2-3 weeks or a month after the brewing process and the bottling, you can taste it that it's not like a very fresh beer. And right now we are like struggling with it, how to do it properly, and I think we will do it right. So maybe you can expect this summer the non-alcoholic IPA from Maltgarden.
Amazing. So and is that, I know you started off with the bottles, didn't you? And then you've now been moving into the cans as well. Would that be cans or bottles, or?
You know, I think it will be a bottled beer, because we need to make a good pasteurization with it. So okay. I think the bottle will be better for the non-alcoholic beer, because for us it will be safer to
sure.
to brew it and then bottle it, because as I said, the pasteurization is very important with non-alcoholic beers, because you know, we started the fermentation and then we cut it, and you have sugars in it in a wort, and yeah, we have to kill it and make pasteurization. So it's a very, very difficult thing to do, and I think we will stick with the bottles with the non-alcoholic beer.
Well, yeah, they look amazing, and yes, that's really great news to hear you're going to have another one. I think a lot of breweries over here, they might release one alcohol-free beer as kind of like their token beer they have to do. But when you start seeing 2, 3, like you mentioned, Pinta, I know they have a few, don't they? Yeah. And it just shows you that the brewery is passionate about it and cares and wants to cater for every drinker, every opportunity, every so yeah. On that, like in over here, I think we're coming around to the idea of alcohol-free beer, and you can go out and you can drink it now, and people kind of accept it. They're still not everywhere. It's still growing, but what's it like in Poland? Like, do people freely drink it? Would you go and order it at the bar if you were out with your friends? Like how does it kind of fit into the wider beer world?
In Poland is non-alcoholic beer is very popular, but it's only like from the big brewers. The craft beer movement, as I said, it is very difficult to brew a non-alcoholic beer and make it like a properly with the pasteurization and everything. That is why only a few brewers in Poland, like from the craft brewer movement, make it. And I read it, I think last year in Poland, the percentage of the non-alcoholic beer for the whole beer drinkers, I think it was 15%. So I think it's a lot.
Okay.
But
That's
as
amazing.
I said, it was only from the big brewers. And I think when you are on the gas station, on the restaurants around, not only in like a Kołobrzeg or a big cities, you have like a very good. You can buy non-alcoholic beers from the big brewers, but I hope that other craft brewers will make also the non-alcoholic beers, because it's a good thing. I also drank it a lot because I'm like I can tell you that I'm still like competing at the track and field.
Oh wow!
Competitions. So from time to time, I can also like drink an alcoholic beer, and I can tell you also that we are preparing. I didn't tell you that we're gonna prepare the Free Sunset version with forest fruits. So like maybe raspberries, strawberries. So it will be like something different.
Oh, lovely! Yeah, that's maybe more towards the colder. On the other side of the summer, you could have the mango in the daytime, and then as the sun's going down, have.
we did at home some tests, and I think the combining of the blueberry, strawberry, and raspberry will be very good with the non-alcoholic beer. So.
Oh, amazing!
So it will be like a third non-alcoholic beer. So.
Oh, that's so great! That's awesome. So what's the kind of turnaround time between the idea of a beer, and then you say you're testing things out, and then to eventually get it to the customer? How long would that take?
I'm like a home brewer for the past 10 years, so it's not a difficult thing for me and for Andrzej to make a visualization of the beer that we are making. Sometimes we have to combine some things at home, but when we are making a recipe or idea of the beer, we quite know what can we expect after the brewing process, right? So when we are making the IPA, when we are choosing the right hops for it, we know, okay, this kind of hop will bring the bitterness, this one will bring the dankness, and that is the thing when we are making a recipe. And that is also with the non-alcoholic beer. As I said, we said, okay, we have to do a proper non-alcoholic beer when you can sip it on the beach. You have to. It will be like a refreshing beer.
Yeah. And
you can say sometimes we are making a recipe like 5 minutes, and what as I said, when you can visualize the brewing process, all the flavors, the yeast, all the barley malts, the black malts with the imperial stouts, we can say that, okay, I think it would taste like a chocolate bar, or like a sweet dessert, or when we are brewing lagers, it will be like a very crispy, refreshing beverage. So
nice. But do you guys? I mean, you must sort of keep an eye out on the wider craft beer world. What do you think about what's going on over here in the UK? How does that compare to what you've got in Poland?
I think your market is quite similar to our market because you have very high demand on the IPA, the hazy IPAs, double IPAs, triple IPAs.
Yeah.
And
It's getting silly now. Yeah.
yeah, and I saw also the triple fruited sour beers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are also making like a very like fruity forward beers, but we are using sometimes we are using a centrifuge, but we are dumping all the fruits from the beers because in Lemberg we are not pasteurize our beers, so all our sour beers in the cans are not pasteurized, but we are dumping the rest of the fruity pulps. So maybe it's not so like thick, but
Yeah.
we can say that it would not explode.
Yeah. So yeah, and have you guys, we spoke briefly about the festivals at the start. You guys get around quite a bit, and you get to, have you been over here and tasted some of the beers over here as well?
Yeah, we went to a lot of festivals like a few years ago, and we were invited this year for the London Craft Beer Festival and also for the Edinburgh Beer Festival. And hopefully we will get a vaccination, and we will buy a ticket to London, and for the Edinburgh we will come. It will be, I think, in July and in August. So that is the two first festivals that we will be attending in the UK.
Like I said before, you guys, you've really got a name, haven't you? Work like globally now, all over Europe. Seeing your bottles popping up everywhere. Where does the artwork come from? You mentioned it earlier. Who's your artist? Because it's fantastic, it's so striking, so recognizable.
The artist behind the Maltgarden and the whole concept of the Maltgarden is my very good friend Sebastian from the Ostex Creative company from Poznań. He's like a very good friend of mine for the past 10 years. We spoke a lot about beers. We travel a lot for the beer festivals and meet each other in the different cities. And Sebastian is a very great guy and a very good like a graphic designer, and all the graphic and all the cans, it's like his job. And I think last year like Ostex Creative won a very prestige award in Poland for the Maltgarden design. So
awesome. Nice.
Yeah, and he's very passionate about it. When we are making like t-shirts, or now we are making our own web page, he's like okay, we have to do this, we have to do that. And I trust him 100%. And what Sebastian said, we have to do this. We are making it, and people enjoy our labels and all the graphic designs.
And will your bar have all of the design on it as well?
Yeah, you can check it, our logo on Instagram, on Facebook, Maltgarden Beer and Food. We will be posting in few days our glasses, our menus. I think Sebastian did a very good job, and the art in our bar will be, for me, it's very good. And when we are visiting Co-Object, you will be enjoying the Maltgarden world.
Well, hopefully when this is all over, we can plan with all the amazing Polish alcohol-free beer you've got, and we'll have to plan a trip and get over and see you guys. Just having a look at some, everyone's loving the beer. We have like an ice lolly over here, like an ice cream called a Solero. Do you have that? Do you have
no.
It's kind of ice cream with a frozen fruit around the outside. Okay. And people are saying it tastes like that, and that's good. That's a really good thing. Pina colada as well. And a name for your forest fruits, Free Forest. There you go.
Oh, free forest. Yeah.
So yeah, it's gone down really well, and yeah, thank you so much, Lukas, for coming on and being the first guest. It's great talking to you, and yeah, if we don't see you over here, we'll definitely try and get over to Poland and see you guys.
Yeah, please come to Poland. Please visit Kołobrzeg and other cities, other brewers, because I think the Polish craft beer scene is like amazing. We are growing each year. And when you are traveling to Poland, you will like only have very good memories, not only with the beers, but also with our culture, our like cities. Poland is a very beautiful country, so I think.
Well, I visited. Me and my wife went to Poznan for a long weekend, and we absolutely loved it. Just going there, so we want to go and explore some more. We loved it, so we'll be back.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Lukas. Have a nice rest of your weekend. And
thank you